Hello. This has been a weird fucking week. I'm gonna play a weird fucking song. I have no idea what I'm gonna play today. If you have an idea, shout it out. Well, the room had gone quiet. All the cocaine was gone. Just a few worn out extras hanging out on the lawn. One reached in his pocket, swore he had change. There's a few new faces, but hell's more or less the same. Passed out on the carpet, flea-bitten and stoned. We all came here together, just to sleep here alone. Johnny awoke at the sound of the train that creeps past the window, and hell's more or less the same. See this frightened dog? He ran up the stairs just to bark at someone that he knew wasn't there. You know, the cat ate the trash, but the dog took the blame. They're both dead now, and hell's more or less the same. So the cops, they came in, but they wouldn't say for what. Now, as long as we're all here and talking about the album, I was kind of hoping that, like, the thing, like, you know, Rocky Horror Picture Show, where they have the call-outs, I was kind of always hoping that this would happen naturally, but I guess I'm going to have to instigate it. So I was always hoping they'd be like, for what? It's like, the cops, they came in, but they wouldn't say for what. No, what? There we go, that's it. So we all just assumed what the other had done. Then the picture cried out, yeah, I swear I've been framed. They left the nail in the wall, but hell's more or less the same. Well, I'd leave if I could, but the back door is locked. And I wouldn't know what to do, even if it's not. Well, I'll call you sometime when the dude finds the change. We're under new ownership, but hell's more or less the same. I bought this outfit at the mall today. Figured it was an important occasion. And usually Walmart sold these t-shirts that I really liked for a long time, and then they stopped selling them. They were these great, like, beach cottony t-shirts, and I would buy them extra long because I just liked them that way. And then so I wore that gray shirt for the last year and a half. I had about, like, Steve Jobs style, about 9 of them, and I'd wear the same one every day, and they all have holes in them. They have big armpit holes and big whatever. So, but then Walmart stopped selling that shirt, and it was a troubling couple months. So I went to the Levi's store and I bought this shirt, and I bought 4 of them. You got a heart that's heavy like a suitcase at the airport that you wish you could leave behind. And every thought in your head is a piece of stale bread on the kitchen counter of your life. You catch yourself in the mirror, try to stand up straight. You exhale, your shoulders, they fold. And every song that you sing faintly rings of a story you've already told. But this too shall pass, albeit like a kidney stone. This too shall pass. Like a freight train riding through the snow, this too shall pass. So slow, so steady. Sadness, it don't leave you till it's ready. I had a dream last night that I lost all my teeth and I was falling down a bottomless well. It's another one of those moments I was hoping people go, oh well. I woke in fright in the middle of the night. What it meant, yeah, I couldn't tell. So I went to the kitchen to make some coffee. The whole house had started to shake. A hole cracked in the floor and I fell once more and realized, yeah, I wasn't awake. But this too shall pass. Though it may feel like a double dream, this too shall pass. Don't you pay no mind to what it means, this too shall pass. So slow, so steady. Now full credit, Kenneth Pattengill produced the album, and he wrote this part. Sadness, it don't leave you. Sadness, it don't leave you. I had to learn that chord. Sadness, it don't leave you till it's ready. I guess we'll go into this one. So we released this song off the album about 3 weeks ago, and it's gotten 4,000 plays. And in my world, that's a hit. So I'm playing the hit. Here we go. It's about breakfast. I sit at the kitchen and stare out the window at two squirrels running through the yard. I presume them both lovers, chasing after each other, though chances are they are not. Then the one squirrel turns its head and looks me dead in the eye. As a hawk swoops down, lifts the other off the ground, and we both wave Juliet goodbye. On the kitchen table, there's a pile of junk mail. I pretend they're postcards from exotic lands. This one's from Howie, and he sent it from Maui, so we should take the time to refinance. The homeowners usually get that joke. Then the skim milk pours down all over Cereal Town, for I am the god of Cereal Town. And the clusters unclust, and the bunches combust, and all the gods' oak children drowned. I really had to fight a lot of people who wanted me to call the album God of Cereal Town. I was like, this album's gonna have an uphill battle as is. Because if this is the hit, I don't want to know what the deep cut is. You see, it is what it is, since it was what it was. Stains on the grain made by coffee cups. Kind of looks like Saturn or a Death Star with the knot in the wood and such. Well, the telephone rings, though it doesn't really ring. These days it's just a figure of speech. It beeps and it flashes, and it sonically harasses all the thoughts that I'd really like to keep. But you call just to say that you hope I'm okay. And quite frankly, I don't know what you mean. Took me 3 weeks to learn how to do that. Song about a bird that hangs out in my backyard and tells me the shit that I'm supposed to tell you. There was a strange bird out on the wire, a peculiar bird, no, he couldn't fly. He snuck through the antenna of my RCA TV and out the mouth of Walter Cronkite. Tell me, why'd you come here? Said Coca-Cola, Judas Priest, and Captain Crunch. Then the strange bird put on this strange hat. So I showed him to the door and I wished him luck. Tell me, where you going? He said, Algiers, to find Dwight Yoakam and crack cocaine. Then the strange bird tipped his strange hat and he walked out singing in the rain. Do, 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 do. Well, has anybody seen my old Kentucky home? Could have swore it was here just a moment ago. Well, you'd know it by the flag and surrounding amber waves of grain, and it was built on a foundation of many great heroes slain. You ought to know it. It's been in every John Wayne movie. There's only two men in this world that I know can fly, and that'd be Garth Brooks and Jesus Christ. Well, the second one ain't proven, but I know it in my heart. Otherwise, you wouldn't see pictures of him, always spreading his arms. Nailed it. Nailed it. I mean, it's really a mumble along, let's be honest. Well, has anybody seen my old Kentucky home? Well, I'm scared it's in the dark somewhere, crying alone. Well, I went down to the Walmart, but I wasn't there. Ain't never been gone this long, I'm getting kind of scared. You guys want to hear brand new songs?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, to some it might not be, but... This song is called The Busted World. I was born in a busted world. Threw my lover off the tilt-a-whirl. Got snakeskin boots and a tinfoil hat, an 83 marquee and a record contract I got on the line. We are strangers here in stranger times. Said, my son, you want to know the truth? The whole thing is a joke and the joke's on you. The whole thing is a joke and the joke's on you. I got blood on my shirt and piss in my jeans. Taking someone's mom out for ice cream. Cold as the water, smooth as a stone. Sometimes you sink to the bottom just to be alone. I got God on the line. We are strangers here in stranger times. Said, my son, you want to know the truth? The whole thing is a joke and the joke's on you. The whole thing is a joke and the joke's on you. I was born in a busted world. A bit of a preface to it. So I spent the summer in Charlottesville, Virginia, intentionally for just 3 weeks, but a health crisis ensued, and I ended up having this like blood clot and a small pulmonary embolism in my chest. So I found myself stranded in a college town for a good month or two to recover, and didn't really feel much like singing because, you know, I don't want to die despite what the record may indicate. So I was taking a lot of notes, and I would go. They have a beautiful downtown down there. It's well curated. It's, you know, it's a hip and upcoming neighborhood like many other cities in America. And so I would sit. Well, I would do two things. I would sit and I would take notes on the people that I saw, and I would sit and I would busk. And I didn't make a lot of money. But it came into this song, and this song is called Field Notes from a College Town. Why you gotta be so serious, kid? Yeah, you are where you are and you live where you live. You know everybody's got some poem about a sparrow perched on a dumpster in an alley in some city, experiencing rapid revitalization and growth at the cost of a widening inequity. You've been down to the street side mall. You're my sister's friend. She painted the mural. She works at the coffee shop, and her boyfriend Greg, he plays in some band. You know they're getting pretty big. They were top 10 something on something or other, and I've never caught a show, but I've seen some clips and they sound pretty cool. Why you gotta be so serious, kid? Yeah, you are where you are and you live where you live. You know everybody's got some theory strung together by loose threads on Reddit, and they're sure it'll all pan out, man, just you watch. And it's further justified by this article they read in the Times. There's this new burger joint. You just touch the screen and you drive to the window. It's branded real slick, but fast food is fast food now, ain't it, kid? You know, I saw my sister's friend. Well, I didn't know it, but her and Greg split. She said it was for the best, and that between me and her there's this A&R rep that's been talking with Greg, which is good. But it might be going a bit to his head. Thank you. This song is called The Almost Great Lakes. Yeah. Right, that's good. And you've heard the spiel before, so we're just going to leave it at that. I mean, you can't call something great and then not acknowledge what's, you know, doing the best it can but not quite making the cut, you know? I'm sure there's plenty of those kind of lakes out there. Lakes that I can personally relate to. Well, we were just bodies of water. They called us the Almost Great Lakes. Our aunts and our uncles were glaciers. We had a childhood full of earthquakes. No, but it ain't me. It's just my parents' fault. And erosion, you know, well, it's too tough to stop. But we were great. We were the Almost Great Lakes. It's a tall tale, a tall tale, a tall tale. In short, it's a tall tale, a tall tale, a tall tale. In short, well, the locals, they all told their stories of a creature that swam in our depths. Though we never looked too hard for the truth, we was all satisfied with the myth. Was it shadows in the water or some ungodly fish that sank old man Roy's sturdy ship to its grave at the almost Great Lakes? It's a tall tale, a tall tale, a tall tale. In short, it's a tall tale, a tall tale, a tall tale. In short, well, this part of the verse became song became surprisingly true as time went on. Well, you know, Hollywood, it came calling with its black limousines and Gucci ties, saying there's money to be made in this monster. Yeah, there's diamonds all along your shorelines. But the fish just looked fake and the script was bad. 3 directors, they quit. The leading lady went mad. The whole picture stank, just like the almost Great Lakes. It's a tall tale, a tall tale, a tall tale. In short, yeah, you can do it. It's gonna be okay. Really easy. It's a tall tale, tall tale, tall tale. In short. It wasn't until this moment I realized how great choruses can be. I just released an entire album where there's only one chorus on the whole fucking record. I keep thinking in my head on stage, I'm like, what am I supposed to say next? Oh yeah, it's the part that you just repeat. Go. Well, we were just bodies of water. They called us the almost Great Lakes. How's everybody feeling? Good?
Yeah.
Cool. Before I go to new songs, any old song requests?
Yes.
What?
Junkie Love.
Junkie Love.
Lawn chair in the rain.
Lawn chair in the rain. Okay. Swordfish.
Yeah, swordfish.
Frying eggs. Okay.
Swordfish.
Swordfish. Swordfish, okay. That one's a tough one for me since the PE. I get scared of losing my crap and then collapsing. But I'll do the best I can. But let's do, well, the frying egg song was similar to that. I have to do a caveat about, I'll do Junkie Love. I don't play that song that much anymore. Because the characters in this song are really dear and near to my heart. And the more I played them around the country, I became sort of fearful that maybe people would interpret it as poking fun at a certain echelon, whether it be up or down or life. But I haven't played this song in a while, so we'll see how it goes. But this is called Junkie Love. She said, Jimmy, there ain't no one in this whole wide world I wouldn't screw for you. See? Jimmy said he ain't found a back alley yet that he wouldn't walk through. Cindy says the motel AC is what's making her sick. So Jimmy cracks the window, lets the sound of the gunshots in. And they called it Junkie Love. It's in her needles, it's in her blood. And they called it Junkie Love. Jimmy Jimmy don't say much, his eyes connect the dots between his fingers and his toes. Cindy looks nervous, stares through cracks in the curtain. She is running out of minutes on her phone. Cindy says things are tough, but Jimmy's always got a plan. There's a love's truck stopped down the road if things get that bad, and they do. As they called it, Junkie Love. It's in her needles, it's in her blood, and they called it Junkie Love. Well, the headboard knocks between fluorescent thoughts, and the sink drips off beat. Someone bangs on the door, Jimmy's feet hit the floor, and the motel angels sing. Cindy says, Jimmy says, Cindy, I know someone must love you. And I guess that's why that money wire, it came through. And they called it Junkie Love. It's in her needles, it's in her blood, and they called it Junkie Love. Fish was the other one, but all right, we'll see if we can get it. I don't know if I got the wind power for it. Well, I woke up in a truck stop this morning, drinking coffee from a styrofoam cup. The reflection on the oil tanker, it was pretty, but the rainbow didn't bring me no luck. It looks like someone's frying eggs up in heaven, 'cause them golden yolks come a-streaming across the sky. I didn't know that God liked them over easy. On me, I just scrambled to get by. There's a dead raccoon near the curb of the parking lot. Yeah, well, him and I, we become the best of friends. He ain't much in the way of conversation, but he's kicking my ass at this staring contest. It looks like someone's frying eggs up in heaven, 'cause them golden yolks come a-streaming across the sky. I didn't know that God liked them over easy. On me, I just scrambled to get by. You know, there ain't no real moral to this story. And the truth, you know, is dependent on your point of view. But it ain't the way that you look at roadkill. It's the way that the roadkill looks at you. I'm here to tell you that your dreams can come true. Looks like someone's frying eggs up in heaven, 'cause them golden yolks come a-streaming across the sky. I didn't know that God liked them over easy. On me, I just scramble to get by. I was born in the great state of New Jersey that never gets a good applause. But you're all wrong. And it's kind of a bias. It's really messed up because, you live here and you're like, people all over the country are like, Kentucky. Kentucky rules, right? Apparently not. But New Jersey is in a class of states like Kentucky, West Virginia. Our claim to fame is colonizing Florida. But I was born in Union City, and I lived there most of my life. And I had to work a job before I did this for a living, and that was in a vintage clothing warehouse. And it was the import and export of used goods. So it would arrive to us in trucks in these like 100,000-pound, these 1,000-pound bales of like old Levi's denim, vintage T-shirts, and it would come off the truck. And me and this old guy Charlie would open up the bales, and we would sort through all the goods, and we would sell them to other vintage clothing stores, and yada yada yada. And then sometimes we get these big boxes of high heels, and that's kind of relevant information for the song. This song is called Newark.
Yeah.
I was in the heart of Newark. I was driving a truck, delivering 50-pound bags of these used high heels. I was out on a ledge, I was down on my luck, empty as the skyline in an old newsreel. Take your sister's car, head up 7 Lakes Drive. Nothing to be sorry for. Just to stare at something I won't stare back. Leaving this place, it's a goddamn birthright. 'Cause sometimes where you are ain't exactly where you're at. Yeah, sometimes where you are ain't exactly where you're at. Yeah, I took a train to get here that no southern boy could sweat. Walked from the subway station with a pebble in my shoe. When the old man wasn't looking, yeah, I snagged some street flowers and I gave them to your mama, hoping she'd give them to you. Tell me, Maria, is the radio playing some of them Bruce songs your father knew? See, there's this heat wave going through this city. Prop the fan up in the window, let it dance around the room. Prop the fan up in the window, let it dance around the room. Yeah, he'll lie to you like the New York Post. I at the corner store and strike your heart with fear. I will lie to you like some foolish poem. And when the bombs blow up Broadway, I will whisper in your ear, Janie, don't worry. You know it ain't nothing. Hearts like ours, we can't take. See, there's this heat wave going through this city. Looks and sounds like my big break. I was in the heart of Newark. I was driving a truck, delivering 50-pound bags of these used high heels. I was out on a ledge, I was down on my luck, empty as the skyline in an old newsreel, empty as the skyline. song's off the album. It's called So Many Ways to Die.
Yeah.
Parentheses, frozen pizza. This will be relevant information shortly. You can climb to the highest cliff, take your shoes off and jump from it. Park your car at the ocean at night, take your shoes off and wait for high tide. So many ways to die. Sit around and wait for old age, or take a cue from Hemingway's page. Close all the windows and make a frozen pizza. Leave the oven door open, never eat the pizza. Oh, so many ways to die. You can do what you want, do what you will. Oh, sweet mama, it's your time to kill. Oh, so many ways to die. This song is funny until you're in an ER with a pulmonary embolism. No, don't go, oh, I'm sitting there going, oh shit, I'm gonna sell a lot of records. Fight like hell just to live through the war, to slip on milk at the grocery store. Shot in the back by Billy the Kid, or eat them pills like Anna Nicole Smith. There's just so many ways to die. There's just so many ways. Hey, y'all. I want to thank Grimey's for having us, and thank you all for being here. And this is effing crazy. I woke up this morning at 5 a.m. My dog was barking. And I got a text that I was on NPR this morning, and that was pretty wild. Didn't think that would happen. Not because of a quality issue. I think the songs are fine. I just don't know if it really needs to be elevated to that level, you know? I think that there's other important stuff. NPR's, you know, fighting the good fight for democracy. You know? Just a sad white guy. I'd like to thank my team for putting out this record, because this is sort of the record release party at Anti Records, who have been an amazing partner. My manager Lindsay, my tour manager Josh, and all the people who work with us. And most importantly, I just like to thank you all for being here. I really thought it was just going to be me and Crystal, which I was totally cool with. So without any further ado, this song is called. You know what? We're gonna close it differently. This is the title track. This is called Talking Dogs and Atom Bombs, and I hope you all enjoy the record. Thank you very much. If my dog could talk, he would probably say, get off your ass, you spend too much time on the couch today. And if the cat could speak, you know she wouldn't say a word, but it's what's left unsaid that always seems to hurt. It's true. Your cat ever look at you that way? What if the weatherman said it's gonna rain until it stops? It may rain a little, it may rain a lot. So you ought to do whatever you're gonna do. If it's meant to be, all your silly dreams will come true. The microwave and the atom bomb are second cousins. My popcorn's gone. On New Year's Eve, we'll sing Old Lang Syne, and we'll drop the ball like we do every time. But if the weatherman said it's gonna rain till it stops, hell, it may rain a little. For all I know, it'll rain a lot. But you ought to do whatever you're gonna do. If it's meant to be, all your silly dreams will come true. When the going gets tough, they say the tough it gets going, but the saying never indicates which direction they're going. Thank you all very much, and have a wonderful evening. I appreciate you taking the time to come out. My name's Darrin Bradbury.